What's up, guys? So welcome to Train Sim World 6. That's right, baby. Train Sim World is back. This is one of my favorite series that we did last year, and we finally got a new game. It is a beautiful day here in southern England. Today we are going to be taking this old girl for a spin, this Class 802 with the Great Western Railway livery. We're going to be going up the coast. It's going to be really scenic. It's going to be great. And I could not be more excited to be back. How you doing, everyone? I appreciate you guys being here. I apologize for the delay. We are going to get the show on the road shortly. But yeah, basically, brand new Train Sim World game. It technically comes out on September 30th, but we've got some early access, and you can too. So from the 25th to the 29th, if you want to purchase the game, you get early access as well as 10% off. It's currently available on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and Epic Games. And then the official release date on the 30th, they're going to have kind of like a free-to-play starter pack if you just want to check it out and try it before you want to buy it. So if you guys want to try any of those, feel free to click that top link down in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much to Dovetail and Train Sim World 6 for the early access and for sponsoring. And we are going to be getting straight into this. From beaches to banks. Today we are going to be driving a unique one-off service that will stop at various landmarks in the line to capture promotional images for the marketing department. All right, look at this thing. I just love train stations, all the movement, all the people, all the trains, all the everything going on. This is going to be our whip right here. We've got to get over there, though, so let's make our way through the crowds, make sure we stay on the left side of this line. And, dude, I am so excited to be back on Train Sim. Oh, we're going in the elevator. Okay. It's the lift. We just parked in the car park out there. It wasn't the parking lot. Now we're in the lift. Toodaloo, mate. It's good. But yeah, man, I'm excited to be back. We've got new locos. We've got new routes. We've got new random events. There's new updates to the intercom and stuff. I know it was kind of a short series last year, but we hit some pretty heavy hitters. You guys really loved it. So I'm excited to be back here and see what we can do. But welcome to the Class 802 with the Great Western Railway livery. I did do the tutorial on this, so hopefully we're going to know how to whip this bad boy. We are going to put our master key into the on position. We're also going to be putting a reverser into the neutral position. Let's get our headlights on. We'll just say full. We want it to look nice for the photos. And then we're going to come over here to our engine start button. We're going to hold this for 10 seconds. 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. After that, we're going to go for the diesel button here. We're going to get this thing fired up. Everything's good to go. We're going to put this thing into forward. This is kind of like your drive selector here. It's called a reverser. We're going to go ahead and put the brake hold on so that we can move our power handle. And this is going to be kind of like your throttle. So we've got different brake abilities. We've also got power 1, 2, 3, and 4. Obviously, the higher you go in power, the more power you're going to have. So we're going to set this to power 2. We're going to release that brake hold. And from there, we should start to see this thing slowly start to move out of the station, baby. Here we go. And actually, now that I think about it, I don't think we're going to be taking any of those poor people. I feel really bad. They're all still waiting there, waiting on us. But unfortunately, this is a, more of a photo shoot. So you guys are going to have to wait for the next one. So back inside the cockpit here, just in case you guys need a refresher as well, because I definitely did. Basically, this is kind of our time and situation objectives and things that are going on. Looks like we're going to be stopping at 8.1 miles. This is going to be like our speed, and I would call this momentum. So the blue up there means we're increasing in speed. If it's like this orangish red, that means that we're slowing down. This is going to be our current speed limit. This is our grade. This is really, really important. Obviously, trains are very heavy, so if you're going uphill, it's going to take longer to speed up. If you're going downhill, you can easily get yourself into a bad situation where you start to speed. Over here, this is going to be kind of like our mini map. We just passed that 75 marker. Can we see it before this is over? Looks like this right here. As soon as the back of the train crosses this, we should see this pass to 75. There it is. Beautiful, which means we're going to be able to speed this thing up. And we are going to go ahead and take this power handle and put it to max power. And from here, we can just kind of appreciate the absolute beauty of this game, dude, as we're leaving. I forget where we're leaving. This line goes from somewhere to somewhere. Exeter to Plymouth and Peyton. I'll put up some like map or something on the screen. But yeah, here we go. So we are off. We're going to see what we can do. Looks like we're going to get another speed increase here. So we're at 62 currently. We are well under where we want to be, but it looks like we're going to be up to 100 once we cross that. And we're just going to be able to keep on chugging. We've got 0.4% downhill grade, so we are going to be picking up speed pretty quickly. You do, you know, runaway trains are a thing, so you got to be careful. You really got to focus. You got to make sure you're looking way ahead. These are basically stoplights over here. Green obviously means go. Yellow means there's a red coming up, so you got to start slowing down. Oh, I'm speeding. I'm sorry. Let's move this to power handle off, which means we're going to be coasting. And as soon as we get past that 100-mile-an-hour marker, which should be soon, which we are right now, we're going to be able to go back up to full power. Dude, I absolutely love this game. I'm going to blow through this train station right here. How y'all doing? Good to see you. Hopefully you're nice and safe. Now we've got a yellow up here. If this doesn't start thinking about turning, we might have to slow down. I'm going to coast for a minute. Nope, it went green. Perfect. Okay, back up to full speed. And let's just keep on chugging. 100 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and back this thing off. We're at 101. Oh, look at all the sheep outside. Hey, guys. How y'all doing? Look at this beautiful southern England, southern UK. Oh, this is pretty cool. All right, so we are officially up to 100 miles an hour, and obviously, as a train, we are going to lose speed over time, so I'm going to try to learn what the balance on this is. Power handle 1, I'm hoping just kind of leaves us on the straight and narrow. We are going to be stopping here soon. We're also going to have a reduction in speed, so we got to be careful about that. Looks like 3.9 miles for a stop and a bit less than that until our next speed reduction, so we're going to be all right. But dude, this is so freaking cool. Let's stand up. Should we walk around the train a little bit while we have an option? Hello, beautiful. No passengers today, but that's okay. Can we crouch? We can't crouch. We could pretend like we're sitting in the seat. Just pondering life here. I am a little bit worried about our speeding situation though, so let's go ahead and sit in the driver's seat. Nobody. Oh shoot. Yep, we're gonna have to throw the emergency brakes on. We're gonna have to slow this thing down to 75. We're gonna be okay. We're fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Emergency brakes were probably a bit of an overreaction, but it's okay. We just want to make sure we're not getting ourselves in trouble here. 74, that looks good. Let's go ahead and keep this on power handle 1 and just let her eat. Dude, is that the ocean? Already? Are you kidding me? Look how beautiful that is. You can see the textures on the seats and everything. Okay, we got to be careful here. We're 2 miles away from our next thing, and I'm sure we're going to have more slowdowns leading up to it. Okay, we're at 75 right now. Oh my gosh. What a beautiful bluebird. Oh, wow. Bluebird of a day here. Oh, we got another train coming. Hold on. There she goes. Oh, this is so sick. Like, are you kidding me? All the sailboats and stuff that we're going by here. This is absolutely fantastic. Just riding along the sea. You've got a little, country road off to our right here. Little manors and stuff. Got the Malfoy Manor out there. I don't think they live next to the water, but yeah, this is spectacular. Gonna be stopping in 0.9 miles. I don't really know how much we need to stop here, so we'll see. 0.7 miles. Looks like that's going to be our first one up there. I'm just going to start adding a little bit of braking. The good news is there are no souls on board apart from my own, so if we mess anything up, it's really not that big of a deal. We're going to go minimum brake. We could throw the emergency on whenever we want, but hopefully we can try to kind of learn this thing a little bit. Bro, imagine being the conductor here. Or not the conductor, the engineer here. This is where you're working? This is what you're pulling up to? This is what England looks like? Are you serious? I didn't know it could be this pretty. Down to 34 miles an hour, coming in pretty nicely here. Might want to add a little bit more brake. We're going to go 50% brake. The thing is, you've got kind of a parabola here. It's not a straight line. It's kind of a curved situation. Not parabola, but exponential, I guess I should say. As we get closer to our minimum speed, it's going to be a lot easier to brake. So we're going to go brake off, and we're just going to let this thing coast in here. Absolutely beautiful. 9 miles an hour, and then right towards the end, we should be able to give her some more brake. We might as well just throw the emergency on. And look at that, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Control F10 to enter photo mode. Ooh, I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, this is kind of nice. All right, let's take a photo right there. Beautiful. Save it. Just like that, we're good to go. We're going to put this thing back into power handle 1, and we are going to slowly take off all these poor people that are wanting to get a ride. Sorry, you'll take the next one. There should be one back behind us here in a minute. We're going to be moving 2.1 miles to Funders Park, and you know what? I don't really have the patience, so we're just going to throw this thing into power number 4, and we'll see how this works out for us. Put this diesel to work, boy. Oh my gosh, dude. Look at this right along the ocean. This is seriously insane. Look at how beautiful this is. The thing is everything in this is 1-to-1. So those of you guys that have ever ridden this train line or live around here or whatever else like this, that 100% you will see exactly this. You don't have to guess. You know this corner. You know these houses. You know everything. It's honestly really, really impressive. I remember seeing all the comments in the, Train Sim World 5 videos and people just freaking out. Like, I've literally ridden this line. Did we just pass a yellow? Oh, hold on. We passed a yellow. I think we might want to start to slow this thing down a little bit. Are we going to have to stop? Oh boy, 1.4 miles. We're really going to have to stop and slow down here. I'm going to add some more brake. Get the Ferris wheel off in the distance. That's pretty cool. 1.2 miles ahead. Keeping her nice and steady here. We've got this yellow signal. I'm thinking that this crossing or whatever we're coming up to, maybe there's another train coming across. I don't know what it is that's making us stop. It's definitely in front of where we're trying to go, so we're going to have to stop before this signal. Otherwise, we can get ourselves in a lot of trouble. So let's go ahead and start applying the brake a little bit. I don't want to brake too early, but I definitely don't want to brake too late and get us in trouble. Look at all the rocks and everything here. There's our red signal up there. Oh, this is just so cool, dude. Look at this, man. We are driving a locomotive right now. Oh, we're green. Okay, perfect. So we're going to hit a 25 mile an hour zone, and it's going to go straight up to 80. So let's keep this under 20. We're going to go power handle 2. We shouldn't be able to speed up that much, and then we're going to be stopping in 800 yards. Remember to keep it under 25, Trev. We're currently at 25 right now. So we're just going to have to really slowly bring this thing in, bring her to a stop, do our little photo, and then we could take off again. Oop, 26. Hold on. Power handle off. Should lose a little bit of momentum just because we're big and heavy. We got some girth to us. Little Ferris wheel here. Kind of a random spot for a Ferris wheel, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I guess it's kind... Oh, we've got like a little fair situation happening. It's kind of near the sea. Beautiful colonial looking house there. I don't think it's colonial if it's here, but you guys know what I mean. We're gonna start adding a little bit of brake here. Oh my goodness, dude. The old power slides. The mat racers. You've got a full-on carnival happening here. Hold on, a little bit too much brake there, Trev. You're not gonna quite make it. Wow. Okay. So is this a real carnival? You guys will have to let me know, but this is pretty sick. We officially made it to the carnival here, so we can go ahead and take a photo. Beautiful. Pretty sure we can open this door. Oh, unlock the door. All right. Should we, y'all want to, can we go down, go to the carnival? Yep, we can hop off the train. How y'all doing? Good to see you. Nope, not going to be able to walk over there. Even got some people out there. All right. Time to keep, oh, mini golf, little putt-putt action. That's what I'm talking about. My buddy and I just actually entered like a putt-putt league, weekly league. I'm very excited about it. Stopped at the Parsons Tunnel photo shoot, so we're going to be going into Power 4. Let's just go ahead and get this thing going. We got an 85 mile an hour speed limit coming up. Yeah, it was good. First week, we got beat by like 12-year-olds. They had 2 hole-in-ones to our none, so that was good. Let's get some nice train sounds here. Dude, how beautiful is this? You got little beach umbrellas and stuff. Obviously, the train is the beautiful part. Like, that umbrella doesn't look that realistic, but like, come on. The scenery is great. The train is even better. Just going through the south of England. I did not know it looked like this, and now I definitely want to go here. Okay, so we're looking okay. Looks like we've got a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit coming up, and we're going to be a little bit hot on that. So we're going to add some brake. I don't want the brake hold. I just want the brake. We're going to try to get this under 60, and then we can leave this on 1, maybe 2. I love like working on the momentum. Like right there, we nailed that. We stopped it right at 60. We got it in line. We're going to go over this bridge, which has a 60-mile-an-hour limit, or not bridge, whatever this thing is. And we're just going to be able to cruise through here. We know we're at a 0.3% grade, so at 1, we're probably not going to be adding anything. We could just kind of cruise and do our thing and get ready for our stop in a mile. But we're not going to be getting any like speeding fines or anything like that. Dude, this is freaking beautiful. Into a tunnel? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get some full-on no-HUD views. I didn't see much. Oh, wow, dude. Are you kidding me? Second tunnel here. I am a little bit worried. I think we're going to have to be stopping here soon. So let's go ahead and get this thing into some decent braking. And in 700 yards, we're going to be good to go. There's nothing that trains can't conquer. Just carving our way into the hillside. And it looks like just around this next corner. Even go power handle 1. I feel like this thing works pretty well. She brakes quickly. It's going to be our stopping spot right there. I think we might be coming in a little hot. Let's just go ahead and go emergency brake, see if we can do it. Looks like our engine did pass over the objective a little bit there, Trev, but it's going to give it to us anyway. Beautiful. I was a little bit nervous about that, I'm not going to lie. And our next objective is going to be 13 miles away, so we are just going to put this thing into full power. We're going to be able to go up to 75%. It is going to be a little bit tough for this thing to get going here. We're on a grade, so just got to be careful. We probably should have pressed the hold brake button earlier, because if we don't do that, I think the thing could start rolling backwards, but luckily, we're looking okay today, and we are currently making our way into a dark, dark tunnel. Now, I do know that we can... Oops, shoot, wrong button. Headlight control switch. It's not that. It's next to that. Off marker. Okay, we'll just say... Okay, I wasn't sure how long that was going to be. I think... Oh, it's not on this train. There are... I was also doing the New Jersey train. So if you guys want more of this, let me know. There's a new Jersey line that goes into New York City. I'm very excited to try it out. I just did the tutorial, and then I was kind of randomly picking which ones we were going to do for this episode. There's kind of like these specialty lights that you can turn on that are like more helpful for the you know, engineer to be able to see. Looks like we're going to have to slow this thing down because we're coming up on a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit here in a minute. Just want to make sure that we're in line with that. We are on a 0.6 grade, so that's going to help slow us down anyway. Just beautiful countryside here. More sailboats. I mean, I haven't really done much in England. I've been to London a couple of times. I've been up to Manchester once, the surrounding areas, but I've never been over to this side. So apparently this is going to have to be a must for me going forward. I do think we are... If we look at the back of the train, we just crossed an 80-mile-an-hour limit. We're going to be going up to 90, so let's go ahead and give this thing the beans. We're going to keep on going. Track looks pretty straight from here on out. I don't know. There are some pretty tough curves, but I guess this thing's got a nice suspension on her. And we don't have to worry about going off track. Oh shoot. Okay, I was getting some nice angles there. We're speeding. We're at 90 over 90, 93, 94. We were at 90 like 3 or 4 over 90, which is fine, but we're also coming up on a 60 here, so we're going to have to start braking. Now it's interesting because the 60, wherever that thing is, we're going to be careful, man. I can't be doing the scenic shots and not paying attention. Technically, this 60, like we saw before, that doesn't go into effect until the back half, the very end of your train is done. We got a 0.6 uphill, so we're definitely going to need a little bit of power just to keep it, you know, even up the hill. But as soon as our rear end gets past that 60 is when our 60 actually comes into effect. But we're looking pretty good here. Oop, now we're downhill, so we're going to start gaining speed. Let's go ahead and bring that power handle to off. We want to keep this under 60. We're not trying to get any fines or anything. It does look like we might have a red light up ahead of us. Got a couple of yellows. Looks like this is a little bit less beautiful, a little bit more logging and stuff. Hopefully we're gonna get to go ahead on this red, but I don't know. It's looking like we're probably gonna have to stop here. So let's put a little bit of brake on and see if we can slow this thing down. We've got yellow here. So, sometimes like our track is yellow, that track is red. Sometimes it gives it to us, gives us the benefit. I'm gonna add a bit more brake here. We are not meant to stop at this station, but we cannot pass red if it keeps us in the red. Looks like we've got a train. Is this a train stopped on the track? Is this one of the random events that'll happen? That's like a new thing this year with Train Sim World 6, that random events will happen with your train and I guess with other trains and things in the world that you have to be prepared for. That was actually a pretty good stop right there, Trev. I'm not gonna lie. You're pretty much in line with the other train. I guess we could... Oh, he's got some sort of an engine issue, or is that... That might just be he's old. I'm gonna go to power 1. I'm gonna pull up a little bit. We're gonna see if we can force the hand a little bit. Just absolutely creep. This is like when you're at the stoplight and you're just willing that thing to turn for you and you're just slowly creeping up, but this is game over if we mess it up, so I'm not going to get too crazy with it. I told you I owe you a 10-second car. Back at it, baby. We are off on our lonesome again, unfortunately. It's always fun to see other trains and things. It's like we've got a little bit more rural town around us here. Ooh, look at these giant rolling hills and things. See, this is what I think of when I think of you know, off the beaten out of the cities, England, but apparently I need to spend some more time down on the southern part along the beaches and stuff. But we're going to be bringing it down to a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit here in a second. I mean, this is still just so beautiful, dude. Just like the true English countryside. We do have a pretty steep grade here, so we're slowing down more than I wanted. So we're going to bring the power back up. What is all this? It's farmland, I guess? Yeah, we want to bring the power... We're down to 36. Okay, we're going to need a 3 power here. Our limit's 55. Currently it's 60. It's about to drop to 55, and we're currently at 36. So we got to speed things up. Otherwise, we're not going to be on time here, Trev. 2.4% grade, so we're really going through the mountains. I'm going to give her a little bit more. We're going to give her all she's got. Try to get us up to that 55 and then find a way to hold there. Just absolutely muscling her way up these hills. When she's not going over them, she's just plowing right through them. Oh, hold on. Okay, we're going to bring this down to handle 2. So we still do have a grade, but that's reducing, which means we're going to get more speed. So we're just going to slow it down a little bit here. Looks like handle 3. We need to figure out how to get our dash lights on this thing. Handle 3 might be able to keep... Oh, nope. We're at 1.8% downhill grade. Nope, don't turn the handle or the thing on, Trev. We might need a little bit of brake in here. Let's get this down to 55. It's crazy how much like you don't think about how much micromanaging happens in this cab. It makes me respect people that pilot these things so much more. Look at this. When we're off, we're gaining speed. So we got to put the minimum brake on just to be able to slowly, like, you would just constantly be touching buttons, and sometimes some trains have automatic and independent brakes, so it's even more complicated than this. We'll get into driving those as well. It just seems like with a thing, like, obviously it's heavy and there's a lot of forethought that goes into the route and things, but it seems like it should be easy. Once you get this thing going, you just gotta go, you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about turning or anything. She's just gonna go on the same line. But no, actually there's quite a bit that goes into it. If we put this on power 1, we're gonna gain power really quickly. So we're just gonna do it quickly, then bring the handle back to off. Let's try to appreciate the absolutely beautiful surround. I might like this more than looking at the water, dude. This is insane. It's like our grade is picking up here. We went from 0.9 to 1.3 pretty quickly, so we gotta be careful. 1.2. 1.1. Might need a little bit of braking because we probably just gonna do a little dash of braking. Nope, not a dash of power, just a dash of braking. Just braking, just a little blip. And that should slow us down enough. 1.6 miles from Totnes. I'm gonna go with Totnes. We're gonna hope that's right. Looks like we are gonna improve to a 60-mile-an-hour speed limit. However, we've got that yellow signal coming up, which means we might have to brake, and honestly 1.3 is pretty close. So I think we're just going to keep it at this 55. Let's just do a little dash of brake, little sugar spice, everything nice. Make sure we're staying under that. We got a 45 after. We'll just kind of ease our way in here. Honestly, just really impressed with how responsive this train is. I feel like this is one of the easier ones that we've ever driven. Ooh, look at the little creaks and stuff. Okay, I see you, England, just showing out for us today. Looks like we've got a 45 coming up, so I'll give it... Ooh, you hear that? We've got the announcements happening. We're approaching Plymouth. We're down to 41, down to 38. With that, we could probably just cruise in. I feel like 35 and under is pretty easy for us to stop at. Maybe add like minimum brake. Try to make this as smooth as possible here. We're gonna need a little bit more brake here, Trev. We're gonna go 50%. Again, you've got that, you know, it's parabolic, it's exponential here. Slower you get, the quicker it's gonna work, the faster you're gonna see that come down. I'm gonna give it a little more braking and a little bit more after that, and then maybe a little emergency braking at the end, just rip it. And there we go. Looks like we made it to wherever this is. Super scenic of the, again, car park. We're bringing this thing full circle. That's definitely not a parking lot there, so go ahead and capture that photo. So next up, we've got Plymouth. I believe that's going to be our final destination. We are slowly pulling out of our, I was going to say port, but our station here. We're up to 60 miles an hour on our thing, so we're going to give this thing the beans. Now, obviously, we have to watch out for our signals and things, but it looks like we've got 20 miles ahead of us. So this could be a cool time-lapse situation. Well, that was cool. I love this game. I love being in the ambiance. We did speed a little bit there in quite a few of those because, like, obviously I didn't want to keep switching back to the cab to manage the speed. We are going to have to get our train control thing out again here soon. But, yeah, so we lost some points on that. But, hey, at least we got some cows to look at now. And we've got 13 miles till our destination. I think it's just wide open railway until then. This is the cool part, bro. We're on a 0.4% downgrade. Ooh, 0.6. We're gonna have to start adding brake. But I really love when it's like this. You could just hands off. The thing is just coasting. We're just using that inertia to just keep us rolling forward. We're not crossing that 60 mile an hour. Oh, well, we are speeding up a little bit now. Okay, I spoke a little bit too soon. Now we will have to kind of add a little bit of minimum brake occasionally. Not a whole lot, but yeah, this is nice where you can just kind of put those windows down and cruise. Do we have openable windows? I don't think we have openable windows in this thing. Little Florida Georgia line playing in the background. No. Okay. Well, 11 miles ahead. It's a long way. Just love the wildlife, dude. Oh, that's great. Tell you what, man, they got it figured out over there in Europe. I really wish we had more railways and more passenger trains in the States. Obviously, it's available in, so look at this, all the wildflowers and stuff. It's available in some spots, but there's just not enough, man. Public transport, we really, and I guess we have a much bigger ground to cover, so it's simpler than, oh, we just should have made more. But Chelsea and I take the Bright Line down to Miami a lot. It stops like 4 or 5 stops along the east coast of Florida. It is so nice. They're building one that's going to be going to Tampa too. It's like genuinely my favorite way to travel. Drive to Miami is like 3.5, 4 hours, maybe sometimes 5 depending on traffic. That thing is just guaranteed 3 hours straight down there, easy peasy. Food and drinks and Wi-Fi, and it's just such a nice way to travel. So I wish we had more of it in the States. Hey guys, how you doing? Good to see you. We got sheep in this field. We've got some residential off to our left. Dudes. The stuff that Chelsea has to put up with is she's asking when she can make dinner. Oh man, 10 miles to Plymouth, Chelsea. I don't know what else to tell you. Oh, we're going down to the coast. I didn't realize that. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really sure exactly where we were going, but yeah, Plymouth is there, kind of on the southwest side, across from London. Get Chelsea a little bit more context there. She knows what's going on. It's probably gonna be a while before I get home. Your boy's got to finish up here as the engineer, head director, commandeer, driver of this old sled. Oh, you know what? They raised oh, no, we don't want brake. We want power, Trev. They raised the speed limit on us. Here we go. We can get up to 80. Seems like we're starting to even out a little bit. Honestly, we have a 2.4% downgrade, so I guess we're getting straighter, but we're also going to pick up speed naturally, which is kind of good. If we go outside and try to use our free camera, we're not going to be able to see anything. We got a bunch of hills in the way. But I do think we're almost there. And we got to be careful not to go over 80 here, Trev. So let's go ahead. We're going to have to add some brake here. You did go over a decent amount, but it's going to be okay. You can see our distance meter here. Oh, we lost XP there, but distance meter here, 1.9 miles. That kind of gets bigger as you going faster, obviously. And we're down to 80, 2.4%. We're going to be able to go off here. No, 2.4 is definitely going to increase our speed quite a bit, so we're just going to keep it on minimum. Getting a little sketchy here. So we've got a green light, 60, 70, and then yellow signal. We're currently right at 60 with a slight downgrade, so we should be able to coast in there, but then if we have to end up going red, we're going to be in trouble, but we're only 3 miles out, so we're just going to kind of keep cooking. Are the two lights there? I think those mean yellow. Okay, the next one went green, so we'll be fine. Let's just keep this at 60. Bleed off a little bit of speed there, back to off. Perfect. We're going to be able to cruise through here, no problem at all. Absolutely love it when everything comes to plan. 2.5 miles away from our objective. We've got a 70 increase happening. Looks like these things are changing as we come through. I'm not going to quickly move up to 70. Oh, nope, they both just went green. Okay, perfect. So we're going to be able to... Oh, nope, not brake. I always go the wrong way. You'd think forward would be forward, right? No. Like an airplane or something, or literally a go-kart, anything that uses that? No. We'll make our way up to 70, and let's finish this thing strong. Looks like we are getting into town here. We got 3 lanes of traffic, cars, streets, and more water. We do know that we were heading towards the water, so let's try to make sure we keep that in mind. We're going to have to drop our speed to 60 and 55 before too long, and I don't know if we're coming in... I'm assuming we're coming into some sort of a station. If we're going to that southern cove, there's no way your train is going to keep going unless you've got a really long bridge. Yeah, we're definitely coming to a stop. 60, 55, 25. So we've got to be pulling into like a big station or something. I'm going to give her a little bit of juice here just so we can keep our speed up enough. This is just so cool, man. Absolutely love this. Is that? Nope. That's some sort of an apartment building, but we're definitely looking very dense out here. Isn't that an insult as well? Oh, you're dense, mate. I'm going to see myself out on these, can't even think of the word. What, when you're doing like, accents? It's just not working there, Trev. All right. Yeah, it looks like we've got a stop and then a bright red at the end here, so we're going to bring this thing down. Not too much. We're going to go 50% brake. Let's just leave it there. Power handle off. We're just going to coast in here. We're at 32. We're going to have to drop to 50 or 25 here soon. As soon as we get out of this thing. Is this going to be a big station? Is this like a turnaround spot or something? I'm not... Oh, shoot. Okay. That gave me an instant slowdown there. I was not ready for that. 0.4% downgrade, so we're going to breathe off a little bit more. There you go. No power, just off. And we are going to pull up right here. Quite literally... It is the end of the line. I think it wants us to stop here for a photo, and then it's probably going to take us into the finale. Wow, what a beautiful scenic shot right here. Just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, last but not least, we're going to be bringing this thing in, bring this bird into the nests, and call it a day, baby. Here we go. Nice, easy day at work. We're going to be careful not to go too fast here. I guess we do have up to 25, which honestly is a lot more than I thought it would be at this type of a situation. Ooh, look at the little pink houses and stuff. But, all right, welcome. If those of you guys have ever been to Plymouth or you're from Plymouth or anything, this is your home railway station, and you could take this thing back up to where we came from, which I already forgot where that was. But we did a pretty good job. I'm not going to lie. I'm happy with how things went, and it looks like this is going to be our final stopping point. Going to try to bring her in nice and easy here. Give it a little bit more brake. Careful not to give it too much. And she is going to slide right in there like a glove and shut that thing down. Beautiful. All right, we're going to unload some passengers. I didn't think we had any passengers. Left doors are going to unlock here. We're going to wait until 13:22. That's 10 minutes from now. So we were 10 minutes ahead of schedule. That's literally the last thing that we had. You could see, unload the passengers, set the power handle to max brake, set the reverse to off, set the master key to off. We can do that. So we power handle is at max brake, not emergency brake. We are going to set the reverser to off, take the master key out, and we have officially beaten the time that it wanted us to get here in. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was honestly really beautiful. Little southern England coastline. Never been down there. Now we can say we have. If you guys want more of this game, be sure to let me know. Like I said, I kind of want to check out the New Jersey to New York City to Penn Station. Could be kind of fun. Also, if you guys want to check out the game for yourselves, like I said, right now is the early access period. If you pre-order, you get access to the early access from September 25th to the 29th. And even better, you get 10% off the game. So it's available on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, on Steam, and Epic Games. Then the game officially releases on the 30th, where you can get like a little try preview pack and see if it's your vibe. If you guys want more info, you can click that top link down in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks to Dovetail and Train Sim World 6 for sponsoring. I'll see you guys in part 2. And peace out.